What is up, guys? I am Faltore, and welcome to a very late reaction video. I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw that Disturbed dropped a new single. It's entitled "I Will Not Break." This will probably be up um before no, it's gonna be up after one of my gameplays. I recorded two gameplay videos, and I believe it's the second one. Might be the first one that's uploading as we speak. One of them, I explained that they're releasing a single. This is big. It's entitled "I Will Not Break." Let's just get into it. And I got the lyrics up too, so hopefully nobody's bullshitting me, and hopefully these are the right lyrics for it. So without further ado, here we go. Give me 1 second. 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 I keep saying 1 second, and it's more than a second. All right. Trying to get my lyrics so I can read it as I go. Bear with me, guys. All right. All right. Let's get into it. All right. The intro is already something else, man. Hell yes. By the way, I don't care how the vocals go. I don't care how the vocals go. I'm going to be doing a vocal cover on this. Trust. Oh my god. There it is. I want to scream. I want to scream. I want to scream, but I can't. My wife is asleep. My daughter's finally asleep. Um Oh, I got so much I want to say. I got so much I want to say. I'm sorry. I have to. I was headbanging so much that I didn't even read the lyrics. Hold on. breakdown already, bruh. Solo time. Oh my god. Bruh. I know Disturbed too well at this point in my life. I like for this to be my first time hearing this song, I already got the gist of how the chorus goes. It's so catchy. It's so catchy. And I mean, oh my word, man. Oh my word. First and foremost, let me just say this. If I cussed, which I don't think I did, but if I did, that's a real big problem because, as I said in my second gameplay video that isn't uploaded yet, um, I had told you guys that I'm working on not cussing so much or really just cutting the cussing away. So I really have to start paying attention to if and or when I do it. I'm just saying that for the record. Hopefully I didn't in this video. You guys let me know in the comments if I did. I'm gonna rewatch it anyway just to make sure. But if I did, let this be the last video I ever do, with the exception of part 2 of the gameplay that I'm gonna upload later this week or next week or whatever. But let this be a stopping point for that. Going to the song though. Disturbed. Like when Divisive came out and I listened to their first, I think it was their first single entitled Hey You. I think that was their first single. When I read the lyrics to it, it was a starting point for me. And I went back and listened to their older songs, especially off of Evolution. And I tell my wife all the time that it feels like I hear God conveying a message to me through Disturbed. And that being said, I'm rereading these lyrics, man, and it just takes me back to recently whenever me and my wife would have road trips. Like, we'd just be driving around, we're not going anywhere, we're just driving around, and I would tell her how there's a lot of things that I want to stop doing. I mean, if I can just open up just a teensy bit, first and foremost, If you guys really know me, and if you want to get to know me, uh, you would know that I have a lot of skeletons in my closet. Some of these skeletons I have never told anybody, and I'm going to keep it that way. Not even my wife knows, and she knows that she don't know, and she knows that she won't ever know. But some of those skeletons in my closet was brought up listening to the lyrics or reading the lyrics really. And the part that says it's at the beginning, why do I feel like a criminal? What the hell has happened to me? I must have fallen down 1,000 times. Why am I like this? There's no way to hide this from anyone. It was anything but typical how it all happened to me. I can't believe that I could be so blind. I had to find it. Now I am reminded of everything. Um, these skeletons in my closet, they sometimes they come up and I find myself like, well, I used to find myself like, why did this have to happen? Why did that have to happen? Why did I have to go through this? And my wife would have to tell me, to be honest, couldn't nobody else go through it but you. It doesn't justify that it happened, but it does bring a sense of closure to it. So I don't stay there, so I don't relive it. I can move forward. So it's time you can't take back, but you through your trials you have the knowledge so that somebody else won't go through it. You can save them from it. So that's kind of what I got from that part. Like, even the stuff that's happened to me, there's things that I've done, but there's also things that happen to me. And with both of those, it I'm using it in the song's context. It makes me feel like a criminal. It makes me feel unworthy of God's love. And time again, God had to show me that I am worthy. I have purpose. I have value. So I'm gonna read the next verse before I go into the chorus, because as I'm reading it, the most of the song is the chorus. So I'm gonna read the next verse before I get into the chorus. The second verse. Why am I acting like an animal? What the hell happened to me? I've had enough of feeling terrified. Now I'm deciding that I won't be hiding from anyone. The change was far beyond physical when it all happened to me. I even contemplated suicide, and though I am haunted, I will not be taunted by anyone. I already know your game. Um, Going back to my skeletons. The, I mean, I've touched upon it just a teensy bit with a Metallica song entitled "Screaming Suicide." Um, there were times where those thoughts would just lay dormant in my head from the things that I have done, the things that have been done to me, and then at one time, the things that I was still doing. And the things that I thought brought me happiness, the things that I thought brought me pleasure, the things that I thought brought me, did I say happiness? I think I did. But anything that would bring me my sense of joy, it didn't bring me joy. If anything, it kept it kept adding on and adding on and adding on until I can't get up. It was too heavy. So then at one point during the times when I would go back to those skeletons and do the things that I despise doing, just like the verse, the beginning of this verse, I would ask myself, why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself through this? And more importantly, why am I putting my wife through it? Now, I will say this first and foremost. I've never, like, in case anybody's ever thought, like, if anyone's thinking it, I'm going to clarify. I've never cheated on my wife. I've never cheated on her. So I'm going to just leave it at that. But the things that I do was for my own selfish gain. That's not a good thing. And at one point, I never thought to ask, why am I doing this? What am I doing this for? Or how is that going to make her feel? It's a little bit of humility speaking about that right now. So the things that I would think about, the things that I would reminisce on, it would have me, like, it would weigh down on me. And then those thoughts, and just to be clear, suicidal thoughts, they would come up. Now, needless to say, even at my weakest, I never gave in, and I never will. And just to say for the record, I kind of wish everybody who's going through suicidal thoughts, I if I could wish it and it just happens, like, I wish those with suicidal thoughts would just at the very least have the thoughts, but I wish it never got to the point where people acted on it. Because there's a few people that I know of that have lost their lives to that kind of battle. I never had a big connection with them, but the fact that I know who that is, it still breaks my heart just as bad as if I had a friend who committed suicide. Like that, it's a heavy weight on those who are still here. But the ones that are here, including myself, we're here still so we can fight that battle for them, if that makes sense. But it's never easy. And especially when you're thinking about the things that you've done, the things that you're trying to get away from, the things that you're trying to break away from, the things that you want to tell these things, just like the song, I'm not going to break. I will not break. But it's a hard battle. But, everybody has their own belief. So, I'm a believer of God. But if you're like let's say you're a Muslim, or if you're in Judaism, if you're in something like that, I'm not going to tell you, oh, you shouldn't believe in that, you shouldn't believe in this. No, what I'm saying is, whoever you believe in, use that as a beacon of strength, use that as a beacon of wisdom, and pray to whoever you believe in. Pray for strength, pray for you coming out of that. Pray for the finish line, because it's not easy, no matter what you believe in. And suicide doesn't have a specific name on it. It doesn't discriminate. So just wanted to say that. But going to the chorus, I will not break this time. I know that vengeance will at last be mine. I will not break this time. I know that vengeance will at last be mine. Time is ticking away, ticking away. If I can leave the past behind that's been crippling me, sickening me. When I heard that, man, it's like time is still going. Time doesn't stop for anything. It doesn't even stop. It doesn't give you time to process what's happened. It doesn't wait for you to process even the things that have happened. Time keeps going. And so should you. So should I. But at one point in my life, things happen. Especially being in a relationship with my wife. We've been together since 2019. So we've made it a little bit past 5 years. But in those 5 years, I've had the biggest moments in my life within those 5 years. And I mean, most of it was terrible. I mean, this would, those parts, those things that I'm talking about, the biggest parts that aren't good, that I would have to say that for a whole nother video because it's a lot. But I'm gonna just leave it at, I've had some moments. I've had some bad moments. And it wasn't between me and my wife. It was, we were both involved in those moments. And at one point it was just, we had each other. That's all we had. I mean, of course you got family. And they're much appreciated. But in the grand scheme of things, it was just us. We only had each other. But it's like even in the roughest moments, you have to tell yourself, just like this song says, that you will not break. You have to have that determination to say, I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to break. I'm not going to give up. I have the strength. And even if I don't, I'm still going to get up. I'm still going to get up. I was, just to say this real quick, I was at work earlier. I was watching Cobra Kai, like rewatching the entire series, and it got to a point where Johnny was outside with his students. I think they were at a park or something, or somewhere. They were outside. But the one thing he said that really just, I had to stop what I was doing and rewind it and watch it. He said, I may not always win, but I never back down from a fight. I think that's how he said it. And that's what I want to say to you guys watching, as I'm telling myself too. You may not win. You may not win today. You may not win tomorrow. But still get up so you can fight again. Don't ever give up to that, I guess, caliber or extent. Don't give up that way. If you're going to take defeat, take it, but get back up, because each day is another chance for you. Each day is another chance. Oh man. But if you guys enjoyed this video and my rant, give it a like. Leave a comment. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. And I'm not big, I'm not famous or anything. Well, I'm not that famous. But I'm saying that to say, even if you guys just leave a comment and just put out everything that's wrong, like something that's bothering you or something that's heavy on your mind, do that. And I will personally try my best to reach out to you guys, whether I reply Or if you put your email down, I'll send you an email and, you know, talk to you. And I'd say first and foremost, I'm not going to have all the answers. No one's ever going to have all the answers, but just being there with one another, that should amount to something. So yeah, man, y'all stay strong out there. Y'all keep y'all's heads up and let this song, you don't see where I'm pointing, let this song be an encouragement for you to not break.